From Red Zone Weather in Bruton, Alabama, with meteorologist Spinks Meganson. Severe weather coverage starts right now.
A new tornado warning is in effect until 4:15 p.m. for parts of Monroe and Conecuh counties in southwest Alabama. Possible tornado very near Monroeville at this point, pushing off to the east. If you are at Monroeville, you need to be implementing that tornado safety plan right now, as we could have a tornado in Monroeville pushing off to the east at about 30 miles per hour. Good Sunday afternoon to you. I'm meteorologist Spinks Meganson. Current time is 3:53 p.m. and this is a new tornado warning valid until 4:15 p.m. This is the supercell storm that came out of Clark County, and this is now right over the city of Monroeville, pushing off to the east. So again, watching a possible tornado coming into areas at Monroeville now. Basically, that is where the tornado is, and this is going to be pushing out to the east of town, coming into areas out here near Burnt Corn and also near Bermuda. So again, here's your possible tornado right here. This is right on top of the city of Monroeville, Alabama. And so if you know someone at Monroeville, call them, text them, tag them in the Facebook comments below, and again, let them know that we now have an active tornado warning for Monroe County, including the city of Monroeville. Again, just looking at our sources here to see exactly what we've got on this new tornado warning. This is going to be valid until 4:15 local time, and this does also include a part of Conecuh County. We're going to get in there and detail the very latest in just a moment, but first we want to make sure that we get out our Red Zone Weather app. And again, this is a tornado warning, meaning you've got to do something about it. Take action now to protect your life and property if you are at Monroeville right now. Again, your possible tornado is at Monroeville, pushing off to the east. Let's actually go over to the watch warning map, and we'll zoom out and show you. Here's Monroe County, all right? This is Monroe County. This is Conecuh County. County-wide warnings have not existed since 2007, and so 15 years ago essentially, but this is a tiny tornado warning polygon. We include folks who are in the danger zone, and we leave folks out who are not involved. So again, the tornado warning does include Monroeville. If you're at Monroeville or Burnt Corn or Bermuda, you are involved in this tornado warning. Downwind, this does technically also include Liefien and areas out here near Green Street and Lurie here in Conecuh County. Also Bowles, you are so close that you're basically inside that polygon. This is the community of Bowles. I see the text is out, but again, this does include Bowles in Conecuh County. So again, watching this possible tornado at Monroeville right now, let's go over to the velocity source and you'll see there is a couplet on the east side of Monroeville. This is not something you want to see. You've got an area of circulation in the atmosphere that is basically at Monroeville, pushing off to the east at about 30 miles per hour. So again, the call to action involves the city of Monroeville. Now up the road, Tunnel Springs is not included. Peterman, not included. Same thing down here at Frisco City and Excel. You are currently not included in this tornado warning. This is specifically for areas near Monroeville and points east of town out towards Bermuda and Burnt Corn. And that circulation right there is holding its own. This is going to be your large counterclockwise circulation just like that. In other words, that would be your possible tornado right in through here, and this is pushing off just like that. And so this is going to cross into Conecuh County in about 5 to 10 minutes. And so if you're in Conecuh County, Burnt Corn, Bermuda, Lurie, Liefien, Bowles, those are the communities involved in Conecuh County over the next few minutes. Let's go back over to our radar product, and we'll show you that we have had quite a bit of lightning with this storm. Again, you're looking at central Monroe County here, and this is a possible tornado that is now located just to the east of Monroeville. Again, Tunnel Springs and Peterman along Alabama Highway 21, you are okay right now. And again, this possible tornado is coming into areas near Burnt Corn and Bermuda in Conecuh County right now. So again, watching this possible tornado move just like that, east-northeast at about 25 to 30 miles per hour. These storms are wasting no time pushing off to the east. And I'll tell you what, in the latest radar scan, you can really see right in through here. That's going to be your possible tornado. In about 2 to 3 minutes, we'll be able to give Monroeville an all clear. I realize the warning was issued basically right on top of Monroeville. Hang out in that tornado safe place for the next 2 to 3 minutes, and I'll be able to give you an all clear. For the folks downwind of this possible tornado out towards Bermuda, Burnt Corn, Lurie, Bowles, you need to be putting on a tornado helmet, all right? Something to protect your head that can potentially save your life. That is not just for kids, that is for adults as well. And so again, we're calling for everyone in Bermuda, Burnt Corn, also areas near Lurie. Put on a tornado helmet due to this. This could be a possible tornado doing damage. Let's put the radar into motion here, and you'll see that this storm came out of Clark County about an hour ago now, and this is now pushing out of Monroe County, beginning to enter Conecuh County. And so these are supercells that are maintaining their structure and ramping up to the point that on occasion we're getting these tornado warnings. And that's going to be the trend over the next few hours. I do think we probably will have a few more warnings, but later on tonight we'll have a line of storms coming by and the threat will shift to more of a damaging wind threat. But these isolated cells are tapping into that unhindered moisture coming in from the Gulf of Mexico to the south. And again, this one near Monroeville very well could be producing a tornado near or just to the east of Monroeville. So just to set the scene, again, this is the city of Monroeville right here. Downtown sits right there at the word Monroeville. Again, we're zoomed in real tight. That's going to be your courthouse square. All right, so there's the courthouse. You go just a little bit to the south and east, you get to Vanity Fair. Go a little bit farther south, you get to our Red Zone Weather sponsor, which is South Alabama Kubota and Rental. Be sure to support Daniel Sawyer for all of your rental and Kubota needs there. Just a wonderful operation that they've got going on. This possible tornado is going to be a bit to the east of all those areas that I just called out here in Monroe County. Possible tornado right in through here, about to cross into Conecuh County in about 5 minutes. And so what we're telling you is, if you are at Burnt Corn, Bermuda, you're next in line, all right? So please be in a safe place if you are at Burnt Corn or Bermuda. Same thing at a tiny community of Green Street and Lurie, which is right here. We need you to be sheltered. If you live within 5 miles of any of those communities that I just called out in Conecuh County, Alabama, please be in your tornado safe place now, all right? Right now, don't wait. We note that this is the only warning that we have for any part of our local area. This is a special weather statement up here in Butler, Wilcox, and Lowndes counties. These are heavy storms producing a lot of lightning. They're in southern Lowndes County. But again, the concern are these spinner type storms that are happening here in southwest Alabama. All of these have that classic kidney bean shape, and we are noting that these individual storms are rotating, all right? So all of these basically are rotating, but the one that could be producing a tornado right now is located just to the east of Monroeville. And this thing is now so far removed from Monroeville. If you're at Monroeville, we'll give you an all clear, all right? So Monroeville, Alabama, you can come out of that tornado hiding place as the cell has now cleared out of town to the east. Possible tornado is basically near or at Bermuda, which straddles the Monroe and Conecuh County line. This is Conecuh, this is Monroe back here. And we'll also give an all clear to Alabama Highway 21. Again, no issues at this point other than some ongoing rain and general storms for Alabama Highway 21. In fact, you see the Weather Service has updated the polygon, and Monroeville is now out of the tornado warning polygon. So you can now go about your life and resume normal activities if you're at Monroeville. Peterman, Tunnel Springs, Beatrice, those three communities were never involved in the tornado warning and won't be, as this is strictly going to be an issue for Conecuh County in the next 5 minutes or so. This actually is still in far eastern Monroe right now, but it's about to cross the county line and come out here into Conecuh County over the next few minutes. So again, folks in Monroeville, all clear. No more tornado threat for now. You have an ongoing tornado watch that does continue for the next few hours. In fact, that is in effect until 6 o'clock. This is the tornado watch, and I have to tell you, Conecuh, Butler, and Crenshaw counties have also been added since this graphic was taken. And so in our local area, you've got Choctaw, Marengo, Wilcox, Washington, Clark, Monroe, Conecuh, Butler, and Crenshaw counties involved in the tornado watch until 6 o'clock. What that means is these are the areas where conditions are most favorable for the development of tornadoes in this level 2 risk zone. So again, we're in the core of this. This is the core of this severe weather threat, and that's going to continue over the next few hours. I do think we could have a few warnings a bit later, farther to the east, and the conditions down here closer to the coast are not as supportive for tornadoes, but we may have some gusty wind issues when that line of storms rolls through a little later. So going back to our radar source here, this possible tornado is very near Bermuda at this point. And this is, the radar source is looking at Bermuda and areas near Burnt Corn. And again, this possible tornado is basically very near the county line, which is between Monroe and Conecuh counties here in southwest Alabama. Current time is 4:04 p.m. I'm meteorologist Spinks Megginson, and we are here because we have this active tornado warning that does continue until 4:15 local time for parts of east central Monroe County and also northwest central parts of Conecuh County. That's really technical. Let's just tell you who's involved. Burnt Corn, Bermuda, Lurie, Greenstreet, Lieffian, Bowles. All those communities are involved. If you're in Evergreen, Range, Castleberry, Nymph, you are not involved, right? This is far to your north. And even Belleville, Repton, you are okay right now. This is US Highway 84 here. This is going to be Alabama Highway 83. And part of 83 is included in this tornado warning, meaning we are calling no travel on Alabama Highway 83 from Skinnerton, which is up here in the northern part of Conecuh County, all the way back down to Evergreen. So this stretch of Alabama Highway 83 from Skinnerton to Evergreen, right there at the interstate at Liberty Place, we don't want you traveling, as we could have a possible tornado crossing the road, perhaps very near Lieffian. And look, this is not just a tornado threat. You've also got large hail likely falling at Burnt Corn at this point, and this whole cell is moving just like that, basically due east at this point. There is a little bit of northward component of motion here, but basically due east. For those of you just joining us as of 4:05 p.m., this warning originally did include Monroeville, but we've given an all clear to Monroeville, and the polygon is now out. And so if you're at Monroeville, Peterman, Mexie, you are A-OK right now. There are going to be more storms moving in, and we'll check on those quickly because this is another supercell storm that's going to basically follow the same trajectory, but there's no warning out on this at this point. So again, this is another storm back here near Choctaw Bluff and Gosport in parts of Clark and western Monroe that's going to move just like that. We'll have to see if it ramps up to the point where it may produce a tornado. Wouldn't be completely surprised if that happened in this particular environment. But again, the concern is for northern Conecuh County at this point, as the possible tornado is at the county line. We'll zoom in on that. So here's your same area. This is showing the velocity view, which tells us exactly where we're seeing this mesocyclone that could be producing a tornado. And so this is going to be your counterclockwise circulation, and this is moving just like that. And so this is moving away from Monroeville, but this is moving toward Bowles, Lieffian, Lurie, Greenstreet, Burnt Corn, Bermuda. All those areas under the gun from this possible tornado. And again, that right there is good evidence that we could have a tornado down crossing the Conecuh-Monroe County line as of 4:07 p.m. And by the way, I'm seeing some comments on Facebook. We are in Alabama. You're looking at Conecuh and Monroe counties in the state of Alabama, and that's where we have this ongoing active tornado warning that's valid until 4:15 local time. Let's go to the wide view across the region because we do have these ongoing supercell thunderstorms that continue to fire up across the inland parts of southwest Alabama, pushing off to the east. We also note that we see more storms firing up across parts of Covington and Crenshaw counties. Those are below severe limits as of 4:08 p.m. Again, the only storm that we have, I believe that this is the only tornado warning in the whole state. Let's make sure. Yeah, this is the only tornado warning that you have in the entire state of Alabama, and this is a very rural part of the state. Once you get out of Monroeville and get out here into the eastern part of the county, your population density drops off pretty quick. But nonetheless, we know that there are folks who live out here. I was traveling through this area not too long ago, going up to Beatrice to a weather presentation. And so a ton of folks live out here, even though it's sparsely populated. Large hail could be happening near the county line, near Burnt Corn, near Bermuda, also near the community of Fowler. Let's kind of zoom out there. And in about 2 to 3 minutes, we're going to give an all clear probably to all parts of Monroe County. We've already given an all clear to Monroeville specifically, but again, this storm is going to cross the county line completely and be totally an issue for Conecuh County exclusively. And so what we're telling you, again, Booker's Mill, Lieffian, Bowles, Lurie, Green Street, all those areas, you need to be in your tornado safe place right now, as we could have a possible tornado coming into your neighborhood as we speak. And so again, watching this situation very carefully. By the way, we need to show you this. If you are in all of these areas that I just called out, again, Bermuda, Burnt Corn, Booker's Mill near there, also areas near Lieffian, we want you to do this. We want you to get underground if you can, but you do not have to be underground to survive a tornado. Small room near the center part of your house, away from windows, away from doors, that will help you out if there's a tornado close by. And perhaps most importantly, not just for kids, for adults as well, put something on your head, something to protect yourself when we have these tornado warnings. And again, the only one that we have as of 4:10 p.m. is for parts of Monroe and Conecuh counties. Let's zoom out to the entirety of Conecuh County. Here's Evergreen, which is the county seat. This is going to be Interstate 65. US 84 is here. This is US Highway 31. Alabama Highway 83 is right here, and Alabama Highway 41 is going to be right in through here. And so what I'm telling you is this is exclusively an issue for areas near Alabama Highway 83 and points just to the west of there, back towards Burnt Corn and Bermuda. They're in Conecuh County. Those are the areas under the gun from this possible tornado. And in addition to the tornado threat, you also could have hail up to the size of golf balls. And so that could be potentially damaging hail. Just seeing some reports on Facebook coming in of some hail in eastern Monroe County. And so getting a report of dime-size hail just to the east of Monroeville. And so, again, watching this situation very carefully, we know that this storm is producing hail, and it very well could be producing a tornado in parts of near the Monroe County and Conecuh County line, near the community of Burnt Corn. And so, again, possible tornado is going to be right in through here. Let's actually check the velocity on that as well, because this is basically on the county line at this point. Again, here's Monroeville, and if you're just now tuning in, the current time is 4:11 p.m., and this tornado warning was issued right when the cell was basically right on top of Monroeville. The Weather Service decided right then to issue the tornado warning, and what they've done, they have since canceled the warning out. And so there is no longer an imminent tornado threat at this moment in the city of Monroeville, but there is an imminent tornado threat now exclusively in Conecuh County. And so what we can tell you, if you are back here in Monroe County, any part of Monroe County, the tornado threat is now gone to your east. This has clearly crossed into Conecuh County, and this is your possible tornado moving just like this. I realize you don't see the labels on the map. You've got areas near Burnt Corn, Bermuda, Lurie sits right about here. You've also got Bowles and Lieffian. Those are the areas under the gun from this possible tornado. And look, you know, tornadoes are small. Counties are big, and Conecuh County is a rather large county compared to most counties in the United States. But this is specifically for the communities that I've been calling out. Lurie, Bowles, areas also out here near Bermuda and Burnt Corn. If you are in Evergreen, this has nothing to do with you, all right? Same thing at Castleberry, same thing at Repton and Range, A-OK in those communities right now. The possible tornado is going to be north of those communities that I just called out and moving off to the east at about 25 to 30 miles per hour. We'll put the radar in motion and let's actually go out to the whole region so that you can see we continue to have these thunderstorms that are popping up across the area. These cells that are currently extending from Luverne back down to Brantley and areas near Opp and Sanford there in Covington County, all of those are under severe limits at this point. And by the way, we do note that NWS Birmingham now includes Pike, Barber, Bullock, and Russell counties in the tornado watch. Those were not previously included counties, but now they are. And so again, we have a tornado watch that continues for Troy, Eufaula, Union Springs, and areas near Phoenix City. The tornado watch was continued a bit farther to the east for those counties just a little bit ago. And I see the Weather Service is deciding to issue a new severe thunderstorm warning, and this is going to be for Conecuh and Butler counties. And so let's zoom in and see what that's about. They are going to allow the tornado warning to expire and replace this with a severe thunderstorm warning. And so again, we're getting a replacement warning. There it is. This is going to be your new severe thunderstorm warning. And let's go ahead and tell you exactly who's involved with this, because in their assessment, the Weather Service believes that this cell is likely now probably not as capable of producing a tornado, and thus they're making the decision instead to issue a severe thunderstorm warning. You still could have gusty winds. You still could have perhaps damaging winds that could topple down a few trees. This is still a powerful storm, but it's probably not producing a tornado at this point. And so again, NWS Mobile deciding to issue a tornado warning, or excuse me, I apologize, a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Conecuh and also southern Butler County. And so again, the tornado warning is now gone. You just saw that polygon go off. Included in the new severe thunderstorm warning, you've got Lurie, Lee Effian, Cooks Crossroads, also areas near Owasso, Grace, Garland, areas near exit 107, which is right here on I-65. Exit 101 is also involved, which is the Owasso exit. You go a little bit farther north and the polygon basically cuts off at exit 114, which is the Georgiana-Starlington exit right there on I-65. Georgiana, McKenzie, Garland, all those areas included in this new severe thunderstorm warning, and this is going to be a new warning valid until 5 o'clock local time. And so what that means is that large hail, perhaps up to the size of a quarter, in addition to damaging wind gusts, will be possible as this storm continues pushing to the east. But the good news is, at this moment, the Weather Service, in their assessment, they believe that this storm has dropped off a bit and is likely not producing an active tornado on the ground. And so again, this is a severe thunderstorm warning that's going to be valid until 5 o'clock local time for north central Conecuh County and also the far southwestern corner of Butler County here in South Alabama. Current time is now 4:16 p.m. And because we don't have any active tornado warnings, let's kind of do a reset across the local area so that we can show you exactly what we've got going on. Let's see if we can go over the regional radar view, kind of a better vantage point there. We'll put this in motion. And again, a tornado watch does continue for all parts of Washington, Choctaw, Clark, Monroe, Conecuh, Butler counties, Wilcox, also Crenshaw, Lowndes, Montgomery, Pike, Barber, Bullock, Russell counties in south central Alabama involved in this tornado watch until 6 o'clock. These are mostly supercell type storms, and occasionally we have seen, at least in 2 instances, some of these storms ramping up to the point where the Weather Service is opting to issue tornado warnings. And you know the drill. When you get a tornado warning, you need to be implementing that tornado safety plan immediately. But as of this moment, we have no active tornado warnings for any part of southwest Alabama or northwest Florida as of 4:17 p.m. That's good news. But the one warning we do have on the board is this severe thunderstorm warning that does continue for northern Conecuh County. And again, this was the cell that did produce the possible tornado back in Monroe County, the cell kind of fizzled out a little bit, and I hate to use those words because, again, this is still a severe thunderstorm capable of producing 60-mile-per-hour winds and large hail up to the size of a golf ball. And so that obviously could be damaging hail moving into areas near Liefien, Bowles, Cook's Crossroads, perhaps as far south as Owasso, areas near Alabama Highway 83. If you live within any given direction of Liefien School or near Alabama Highway 83, just know large hail and gusty winds will certainly be a concern over the next few minutes. But because we don't have any active tornado warnings and I don't see any reports of damage, thankfully, just yet, hopefully we won't have any reports of damage. I have seen none thus far, though, from this cell that we've been covering. We're going to say goodbye for now, and we will continue to post updates over the next few hours in the Red Zone Weather app. Again, current time is now 4:18 p.m. I'm meteorologist Spinks Megginson. Thanks so much for watching our coverage. If we have more tornado warnings, we'll jump straight back on Facebook Live to bring you the very latest. Have a good evening.
Be sure to find us across social media, and don't forget to download the free Red Zone Weather app and set up your customized alerts. Please support our Red Zone Weather sponsors who make our coverage possible every single day.